Class 19, Forgiveness. Namaste and welcome to Class 19 in my weekly meditation classes in the yogic tradition. I'm Susan, your teacher and guide. This week's class is on forgiveness. We're going through times where we're being blown about by the winds of change, individual change, social change and global changes, and we need to adapt. We need time and deep structures to help us adapt. And we need deep structures for solid ground under our feet and for the seeds of our intentions to be able to take root in. The universe moves constantly forward, moving us in our evolution, which is our consciousness evolving. And the cosmic pattern is expansion, contraction. And to adapt and move on, our pattern is expansion, contraction, forgiveness, move on. And more about this in Satsang today. You can start the building of your deep inner structures and forming your life structure with a rhythm and ritual of practice in forgiveness. So I'm teaching you this for your own daily practice in your personal life circumstances. We start our practice today with spiritual embodiment practices in deep inner listening and culturing our emotions for our inner growth, followed by the prayer of forgiveness, and then the Four Noble Universal Truths, the qualities of a spacious heart. Satsang is a teaching on forgiveness, and we end with Shavasana, final deep relaxation, and the sealing breath for those of us who need energetic closure. As usual, I'll encourage you to listen to the Guide to Practice video here on my channel. And although there's no big training in my teaching of these classes, going back to the beginning and working through them would give you a good grounding in your practice, growth and understanding. Enjoy. Namaste, Susan. Spiritual embodiment. So this is a practice in embodying our spirituality, growing our emotions, or emotional culturing in the yogic tradition. It's a practice using breath and body awareness and deep inner listening. Find your posture, whichever, seated or semi-prone lying down position, whichever helps you, for your breath and body awareness in practice. So finding your chosen posture now. And we'll begin centering and grounding with the awareness on the breath. Focusing on your breathing, being aware of the inhalations and the exhalations. Taking each in-breath a little deeper now, and making each out-breath a little longer. So a deep inhalation and a long, slow exhalation as you connect with your breath and your breathing in preparation for your meditation. Taking the breath deeper and deeper until you're breathing into your center, at the solar plexus, the navel center, connecting with your breath allowing your breath to connect you with the core of your being. Connecting you with that part of your soul residing in your body-mind on this planet at the moment. As you breathe out, exhaling, on the exhalations, allowing the breath to flow down through the organs of the lower body physically, bringing a control to the emotions, breathing from the center. As you breathe out, breathing out a flowing exhalation, a flowing grounding breath down through the lower organs of the stomach, down through your tailbone, down, down, grounding you for your meditation practice. Inhaling into the center, and on the exhale, breath flowing down, using the lower stomach muscles and feeling the strength and the stability that this breathing, with the physical practice of using the muscles, lower abdominal muscles, and spiritual embodiment, bringing to you in your meditation strength and stability, connecting with the breath at the center, feeling the power of the breath at the center, breathing out, feeling the strength of a flowing, grounding exhalation, controlling and calming your emotions, being aware of exhaling, using the lower stomach muscles as you breathe out, and feeling the strength and stability in the meditation, and allowing yourself to sit and breathe in this way for a few breaths now, holding the space deep within. As you breathe in now, on inhalations, breath flows into the center and breath flows up the spine. As you inhale, every time you inhale, with each round of the breath, breathing in, on inhalations, breath flows into the center and breath flows up the spine. On each exhale, focusing on the breath in the lower body, focusing on the strength and stability in the lower spine, and the grounding as breath flows down through the tailbone. Inhaling, breath flows up the spine. Feeling the strength in your own spine. Almost as if every breath helps you to feel the lightness in your spine and the strength in your spine and the strength in your own being that comes with this breath control in your meditation. breathing in every time you breathe in with each round of the breath. As you inhale, light flows up the spine to the base of the skull. And holding light there at the base of the skull. And as you exhale on exhalations with each round of the breath, as you breathe out, allowing feelings and thoughts and sensations and experiences of worry and fear to flow away with the breath every time you breathe out. Breathing in light to the base of the skull, holding light there physically. Breathing out worry and fear. As you inhale, breathing in, breathing the light up into the head, allowing the light to fill your mind space. As you breathe out, breathing out doubt. Breathing in light, light filling your mind space. Breathing out denial of the self. Breathing in light, breathing out obligation. Breathing in light, light filling your mind space. Breathing out and breathing out guilt. As you breathe in now, allowing the light to expand in the head, in the physical body, and to expand in the mind space, in your mind body. And as you breathe in this way, breathing in light, breathing out negativity which does not belong to you, allowing yourself to understand that as you grow spiritually, in your meditation in this way, and you understand the spiritual embodiment of the growth and the maturity that comes with the growth, you grow closer and closer to your true self in your meditation, the shining self. Holding the light at the forehead center now, Guru Chakra. And awareness is on the qualities of wisdom. And now, deep inner listening with your body awareness. On the next exhalation, relax your mind, soften your mind, going to a gentle receptive place in your mind. Deep inhale, exhale and take your mind down into your body. Inner relaxation, where do you experience honesty and integrity? On the next exhalation, relax your mind, soften your mind. Deep inhale, exhale and take your mind down into your body. Where do you experience jealousy and anger? On the next exhalation, relax your mind, soften your mind. Deep inhale, exhale and take your mind down into your body. Where do you experience wisdom? Self-knowledge. On the next exhalation, relax your mind, soften your mind. Deep inhale, exhale and take your mind down into your body. Where do you experience fear? Exhale, relax your mind, soften your mind. Deep inhale, exhale and take your mind into your body. Where do you experience peace? On the next exhalation, take your peace to any part of yourself where you're experiencing negativity or destructive emotions. As you inhale, inhaling light. As you exhale, expanding your peace to transform any negativity. Steady your emotions and bring harmony to your being. Try to hold your peace now in your meditation. Hold your peace. Return to your peace often whenever you need it during the day. Hold your peace at Guru Ajna Chakra and dwell in the silence now for a little while. In our meditation, in our practice, in our yoga, we have chosen to take control, to master our own emotions, our own physical bodies, our own minds, and all the mind bodies we have in yoga. We have chosen the light over the shadow, and we have chosen that path which ultimately will lead us to the light of our soul as we continue to make these choices in this existence. Breathing into the center, finding the strength in the connection with your breath and your breathing again. Breathing your energy in, surrounding yourself with peace and strength as your protections. Sitting in your space, holding your space, another couple of rounds of the breath with deep inhalations to the center. Being aware of your breathing again, being more aware of the in-breath, bringing your focus onto each round of the breath now. Gently opening your eyes if they have been closed, bringing your gaze and your focus into the space of the room. Relax your posture, relax your breathing, and sit quietly with yourself for a few moments now as we prepare for meditation. A short practice in forgiving with the prayer of forgiveness. For your preparation, you can be in any comfortable position, either lying down if that suits you, or in a sitting meditation posture. Your eyes can be closed if you like that, and if you're not ready to close your eyes or it doesn't feel comfortable, simply gazing down gently at the tip of your nose, looking back through the inner eyes and gazing within. And this is very restful for the mind. In the practice of yoga meditation, we start with the hardest thing, which is accepting ourselves, accepting your own self, accepting your own good, and accepting that you are part of the co-creation process with the universe, with your source, accepting the I am. And this process starts with forgiveness. We need to forgive ourselves and other people. Resentment and bitterness clogs up our connection with our higher vibrations, our subtle bodies, and keeps us in the mundane mind and the pain body. With forgiveness, then you can recognize your own power in your soul's journey to your potential divinity. Accepting your power in the process of bringing heaven down to earth. To let go and move on, we forgive. So this is the prayer of forgiveness. I forgive everything, everyone. I forgive every experience, every memory of the past or the present that needs forgiveness. I forgive positively everyone. I also forgive myself for past mistakes. The source is love, and I am forgiven and governed by universal love alone. This love is now adjusting my life, and realizing this, I abide in peace. And spending a minute or so now, quietly forgiving. Another minute or so now in your practice. Being aware of your breathing again, being aware of the in-breath. Being aware of the out-breaths every time you breathe out. Being aware of your posture. Aware now of your body and the physical space that you're in. Sitting in your space, making your breath a little deeper and a little longer, breathing in and out from the center. As you breathe, every time you breathe in, taking a couple of deeper breaths to center. Inhaling deeply as you breathe into the center. Normal out breaths, exhaling normally. Bringing your gaze and your focus into your room or your space, becoming aware of the space you're in and your surroundings, sitting quietly before the next practice. Cultivating the attitudes of a spacious heart, meditation. Assuming whichever meditation posture is going to suit you for your practice. You are a wise and loving being. Nothing is missing, as the Zen master Lin Chi said. Your loving wisdom is already within you, just waiting to be experienced. In this meditation, we practice radiating out the 4 noblest qualities of the mind into the universe for the benefit of all living creatures. And this meditation has been practiced for about 2,500 years or so. This is a very special meditation which cultivates friendliness, compassion, joy, and peace of mind. It helps us grow and develop our inner confidence. It develops a spacious heart. Sitting comfortably in your quiet place now. Soften your mind and bring your attention to your breathing. Gazing down at the tip of your nose is very restful for the eyes and the mind. Of course, if you're comfortable with closing your eyes, then close your eyes. Now, as you bring the breath down deeper into your body, allow your mind to follow the breath and look within with inner eyes, as if you're gazing within with the back of the eyes. Awareness on your breathing, allowing thoughts to come and go. Breathing, softening your mind, allowing thoughts to come and go. A flowing, grounding breath. As you breathe out, allowing the breath to flow down, grounding you for your practice. Allowing all movement to come to rest in your posture. Awareness is on the breath and your breathing. And we'll bring awareness now to the 4 noblest of qualities. May all beings be happy. May all beings be filled with joy. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings know peace. And repeat quietly to yourself now as I guide you. May all beings be happy. beings be filled with joy. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings know peace. And repeating again to yourself quietly in your meditation. And reflecting on the benefits of these qualities for a minute or so now in your meditation. And visualizing the center of your heart opening. In your heart center is a steadily burning flame. Your heart light is radiating out, a vast and limitless outpouring of love and tenderness to yourself and all beings. This freely flowing radiation of love is transformative. Allow it to transform you, your life, and the world. Bringing your attention back to the breath. Being more aware of your breathing again. Before we return to full awareness, making your breathing deeper, breathing into your center again, centering yourself after your meditation. Bringing your gaze and your focus back into your space. And sitting in your still, quiet space now for as long as you wish. And now we've reached the Satsang part of the class. Being with the teacher and the group, being with the class in truth, in being. And this is a Satsang on forgiveness. For your preparation, you can adopt any comfortable position that you know you'll be able to maintain for the few minutes that we're in Satsang. So be comfortable, be warm. Eyes can be opened or closed, whatever you need for your contemplation and your concentration while you're in Satsang. So, forgiveness. Last week in my teaching on seeking comfort, last week in class 18, I said that the universe moves on with the continual process of expansion and contraction. And we do too. With this universal process of expansion, contraction, forgiveness. To be in harmony with this process and our life processes, we need forgiveness. I want to read this to you now. It's from an old astrology book on karma and our blessings. And by way of expanding understanding of my teaching about working with our divine communication. And this is the quotation. The world seems to be filled with positive and negative forces expressing themselves as desirable or undesirable circumstances, which each person must deal with. And you may recall that the process of life in the ancient Eastern wisdom paths to enlightenment accepted that life is not about planning, expectation, schedules. Life is actually about chance, change and circumstance, which is of course our destiny. And karma plays a large part in that. So I'll read that again. The world seems to be filled with positive and negative forces expressing themselves as desirable or undesirable circumstances which each person must deal with. It is important to realize here that we must all deal with these forces from our true center of being. Given man's present state of evolution or consciousness, this is never the same at any two moments, nor the same for any two people. That is where the work to be done is, on our being. We must at the same time work on our knowledge. Thus, at the present time, it is for the divine alone to experience the balance, the neutrality of the millions upon millions of apparently opposing forces, both good and bad, or positive and negative, desirable and undesirable. On our human level, we are each a small part of the divine whole. The centre of being of each of us, while seeming to be far removed from that true centre of universal being, which only God or the divine himself is able to view, is nevertheless able to experience the divine joy in a very unique way. And that's the end of the quotation. So in the practice of yoga meditation, we start with the hardest thing, which is accepting ourselves, accepting your own self, accepting your own good. So we're working at the being level. And accepting that we are part of the co-creation process with the universe, joined with our source, our union, accepting the I am. I am that I am. And this process starts with forgiveness. We need to forgive ourselves and other people because resentment and bitterness clogs up our connections with our higher vibrations, our subtle bodies. And these qualities of resentment and bitterness, negative emotions, keep us in the mundane mind and the pain body. With forgiveness, then, you can recognize your own power in your soul's journey to your potential divinity. Accepting your power in the process of bringing heaven down to earth. To let go and move on, we forgive. We're accepting and affirming to ourselves the universal process of moving on, expansion, contraction, forgiveness, regrouping, and the cycle goes round again in an infinite continuum. It's a continuous process. The process of the universe is infinite. To do this, as part of our ritual of practice, to follow this continual process, so as part of our ritual of practice, and to live like this gives us an alternative from being stuck in or tapping into our primal fears, which are isolation, the unknown, and death. And the alternative is consciously living with a response to our world and our relationship to our environment of trust and hope, helping us to adjust to what's going on and to adapt, even if we're feeling off balance, adjusting to the nature of change and movement. Our practice of belief giving us safety and protection. It's our inner security. Expanding our knowledge, helping us to understand the language of the universe, the language the divine uses to communicate our evolution to us, and being at one with this. And spending a little time in your own contemplation now. And I'll just tell you before I leave you to your own thoughts for a minute or so, that quotation was from Karmic Astrology Part 3, Joy and the Part of Fortune, the Point of Harmony. So a little while now in your own personal space for contemplation. Bringing your awareness back to your breathing, focusing on your breathing. Bringing your awareness back to your space or your room. Focusing on your breathing. And we'll prepare for final Shavasana, the deep relaxation part of the class. And now we've reached the end of the class, and this is final Shavasana. Shavasana is the deep relaxation practiced at the end of our postures or our meditation class. It's intended to take you to the sweet spot, that beautiful place in your mind where you experience your eternal being nature, the sweet place of peace. As usual, if you experience resistance, relax your defenses. So now we've reached the end of the practice. We'll complete with a 10-minute relaxation, and you can be lying flat on the floor, on your mat or a blanket, lying full length on your back, or sitting and relaxing in a chair. If you feel comfortable closing your eyes, close your eyes. If you're not comfortable with this, simply gazing down at the tip of your nose is a very restful position for the eyes during relaxation. Simply listen to your breathing, so you're not forcing the breath in any way. You're listening to the in-breath and listening to the out-breath. Resting right on the back of your head. If you're lying down, your nose will be pointing to the sky. Relaxing your shoulders and relaxing your shoulder blades. Relaxing the back of the rib cage. Relaxing the back of your waist. Whether you're sitting or lying down, starting to release tension from your body by feeling the weight of your body and simply letting your skeleton start to relax down. Relaxing the back of the hips and the pelvis. Relaxing the backs of the thighs and the backs of the calves. Letting your feet flop open so that you can relax your toes. Relaxing the top of the feet, relaxing the skin on your shins, and relaxing the skin on the front of your thighs. Let this relaxation flow up in waves into the hips and the groins as you relax. Let this soft feeling of relaxation flow up through the muscles of the lower stomach. Waves of relaxation flowing up around the navel, up into the lower rib cage, up into your diaphragm. And the relaxation flows up into the upper body, into the chest, flooding the whole of the chest area with waves of relaxation and relaxing your heart. Relaxation flows up into the throat, around the jaw joints, breathing out through slightly parted lips and allowing your tongue to float freely in your mouth. Relaxing all the tiny muscles around the mouth and letting the feeling of relaxation flow up in waves into the cheeks, up and around the eyes, relaxing the tiny muscles around the eyes, releasing tension from your temples, and allowing this soft feeling of relaxation to flow up through the skin of the forehead, back into your hairline. Relaxation flowing through the skin of the scalp, down into the base of the skull, and up and around your ears. Listening to your breathing, listening to the in-breath as it flows into your body, listening as the waves of your breath flow deeper and deeper into your body, imagining that as you breathe in, every time you breathe in, you're taking the breath down, deeper into your body in waves. And as you breathe out, every time you breathe out, you're breathing out waves of tension. Every time you breathe out, relaxing. Breathing in, taking the breath deeper, breathing out and relaxing, waves of breath flowing. As you breathe in, watch the breath as it flows in waves deeply into your body. Watch the breath and your mind flows on waves of breath down into your body, deeper and deeper with each breath. Allowing your mind to follow the wave of breath down into your body, connecting with your breathing, connecting the mind and the body as you breathe in, and relaxing deeper and deeper as you breathe out, waves of relaxation. Relaxing more and more with every wave of breath. And allow yourself a short time, deepen your relaxation. Breathing the waves, breathing and relaxing. Focusing on your breathing again. Being aware of your breathing. It will shortly be time to come back to full alertness and awareness. Being aware of the in-breath. Taking a couple of deep in-breaths, bringing energy back. More alert and more aware with each in-breath. More aware of my voice and the sound of the background music. As you breathe, breathing into the center, deeper in-breaths, bringing energy back, more alert and more aware with each in-breath. If you've been lying down, turn over onto your right side. If you're sitting, roll slightly to the right. A couple of deep in-breaths, bringing energy back. Gently opening your eyes, bringing your gaze and your focus back. couple of deep in breaths, bringing yourself back to the sitting position. That's the end of your deep relaxation, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you would like to go to sleep now or relax for the rest of your day, then this can be the end of your class, and Namaste. For those of us who need to carry on with our day and interact with the outside world, we'll finish our practice now with a yoga sealing breath for energetic closure. And now for our closing practice of the class, a yoga sealing breath. So we'll close with a sealing breath, the sealing breath with moon arms, and a final Namaste, meaning I honour the spirit that dwells within you. For the sealing breath, we're in sitting, and hands are at the prayer position at the heart, Namaste hands. And we're going to take a couple of centering breaths with moon arms to seal energy within. Deep inhale. Exhale and point the fingers down to the earth. Straighten the arms. Big inhale. Turn palms up and sweep the hands and arms out to the sides of your body and up in a big moon circle until palms meet above the head. Pause. Long, slow exhale, hands come down to crown chakra, the forehead, then the throat and the heart. Prayer hands in Anjali Mudra, prayer mudra at the heart. Inhale and pause. Breathing normally. We'll go one more time. Big inhale. Exhale, point the fingers down to the earth, straighten the arms. Big inhale, turn palms up, sweep the hands and arms out to the sides of your body and up in a big moon circle. Palms meet above the head. Pause. Long, slow exhale, hands come down to crown chakra, then the forehead, then the throat and the heart. Prayer hands in Anjali Mudra. Inhale and pause. Exhale, fingers point down, hands down to the solar plexus, down to the base chakra. Normal breathing. Out breaths flowing down through the base chakra with each round of the breath. So inhale, exhale. As you breathe out, breath flows down through the base chakra. The breath has sealed your energy in. Straighten your arms. On the next exhale, breath flows down through the lower abdomen, down to the earth, grounding you for the rest of the day. Breathing normally. Prayer hands to the heart. That's the end of our practice. Namaste.